What is up, whaleshares? So today I want to do a video that's not financial advice. I'm just a random person, right? But I still want to do this video. So I want to talk about money out of nothing explained and the abundance that is basically coming because of exponential growth and exponential intelligence. So I got this comment on whaleshares from Brian Phobos. I think that's how you pronounce the whaleshares username. And it was on my video. I think it was called "What if you had $1 billion?" What if you had $1 billion, right? Now that's intense. So, okay, I want to read it, I want to quote it and go over it a little bit. Because it inspired me. It was a great comment. I think the scarcity loop situation that you talk about is interesting. I've experienced this myself, where I don't feel like I have enough money. Then we can put some arbitrary number in our heads that we reach to be enough, often the million mark, like you were saying. I look at it as a factor of how much money I can make off the money. With 1 million, you just have to make 5% your money each year to have 50K for the year, which if someone isn't living way out of their means, could easily be enough and be comfortable and do some traveling. With $1 billion, you can seriously fall out of control on the earnings from that if you were able to maintain 5% each year. So the first thing I want to say is that the amount of value you need to have an exponential leverage effect, because it's all about leverage, it is going down, right? So I'm going to say it again. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to me. But let's take this idea. I mean, man, you don't need that much at all. Like, you don't need, like, even $1 million. It's absurd right now when we have this new technology, blockchain tech, where you leverage tokens with inflation, right? So let's even look at 10K. Okay, let's take 10K. If a person thought the experiment, if a person would take 10K, they drop it in their Nexo wallet, Bitcoin, basically 10K in Bitcoin, Nexo wallet, which has crypto-backed loans, basically. Okay, then they can have a credit limit of 5K. Okay, and let's say they flip that value. Let's say Bitcoin stays the same; it doesn't have that much volatility. The person takes out 5K in Tether. They basically throw that in to Steam, basically, right? And they get whitelisted on the Minnow Booster service, basically, promotion service. They make 10% ROI per day. In a week, they flip that value around. 50% gets paid out back. That basically means that in 30 days, they made 30% ROI. And if a person would borrow, how much? Yeah, 5K, as I said. What would be the appreciation of that per year? Maybe, I think a few percent, maybe 4% or something like that. So, okay, you make $1,500 ROI, you skim off a few, maybe $100 or something like that, but you made $1,000 out of nothing. Now, this is not exact numbers, but you can see this is basically value out of nothing, right? Now, these all numbers can change, but you sort of get the main point that, okay, we had 10K, we put it in HODL mode in Nexo, and we got 50% credit limit of the initial Bitcoin value, and they're making gains in the long run. And a person, ideally, if they can find a way, they make value faster. And if you can make value faster, then you have a complete fantasy system that just keeps on running, same as some other value generating system has worked in creating value basically out of nothing. Now, so actually, a person ideally would already be financially free by looking at it from 10K, because with like 1K, if a person lives, have low costs and stuff like that, ideally they can live on 1K, and they can even make a little bit of ROI, so they can replicate that again Now, I do understand that competition and things change, things go up and down, but in theory, you need just 10K, right? You just need 10K now. Back in the days, you may have needed like $1 million, $1 billion, no, $1 million, $500,000, $100,000, $50,000. Now it's down to like 10K, right? It's kind of down. I look at the numbers and I see that, wait a sec, you don't need that much at all. You just need like 10K, right? And soon in the future, because this is laws of exponential growth, technology, everything, production of stuff is going on, people making innovative stuff. It basically means that eventually it's just going to be 5K. Eventually we're going to go down to 3K. Eventually it's just going to be 1K. Eventually 500K, no, $500. And then it's going to be $100. And then eventually we're just going to say, a robot can do this, you're good. You don't have to produce something. We have machines, we have automation, we have leverage already, we have all these systems. Well, we can just give you your VR headset and some food and it's good, right? And this is where stuff is going. The idea of a job is going away. If you look at your friends, you can see that most people have free time. Most people have more time over than ever before, and you don't really know what they're doing. They're just kind of derping around. This started already happening in the 1950s. People had these strange jobs and doing stuff that basically it's actually machine work, and but we didn't have the technology to have machines do it. But now we're starting to have the technology, robots, and all this coming. So yeah, the idea of a salary is sort of going away. The idea of people going to place sort of working there is kind of going away. So then it kind of becomes all about play. So I sort of made the idea here in theory, not a financial advisor, no, I'm not. I'm just a random person, talking a little bit, running some numbers, and I see that, well, it's just 10K and you're free for life, right? If a person has low living costs and makes some win-win things with some people in life, this kind of works. And if you include more people in this and sort of use some strategies a little bit, you can probably cut it down to just 1K. 1K and you're free for life. Now this is magic. This sounds like magic, right? But the reason why it sounds like magic is because the physical existence, as some Indian yogis have said, the physical is just like 1% of stuff we're seeing. So it's just energy. The stuff we're seeing is just concentrated patterns of energy. So we can do what we want with the physical, right? And I did a deeper video about that, how we're going from hard physical to soft digital. So 10K, man, 10K. Of course, at 10K levels, still needs a lot of work here. But a person would have to do stuff daily, look at the numbers, it would go up and down and up and down and up and down and all those stuff. But that is something that always has been going on in this existence. The stuff goes up and down, but stuff that comes down always comes up. And yeah, but in general, if I would run these numbers a year ago, it probably would be at like 20K, right? But because the reason is we don't have many of these networks out right now, like graphene blockchains and things like this. We have room for hundreds of these graphene blockchains, and they can still have value. Next year it's going to be easier to create your own token. You can already do your token. Yeah, I have my own token. And when you can put inflation on a token, something, you have a value creating system. And when eventually we're going to run into an era where the pointlessness of money is going to happen, there's less magic. Like money is less needed. Like there's less magic now. You can do it, even big stacks of money. It's like we have the tokens now. And I'm not even sure if we should call it money, right? We have the tokens. We have something digital that has some form of value. And maybe people are going to sell it to you if you offer them some fiat. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they don't want fiat at all. You can see that we're moving system, right? We're moving to another system. So, and exponential curves, right? If something was 2x this year in production, it's going to be 4x next year. It's going to be 8x next year. It's going to be 16x next year. In 5 to 10 years, automation is going to be all over the place. Millions of people without a job. It's gonna happen. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna go and get some tokens, right? They're gonna FOMO in on the technology that's already there. They're gonna FOMO in. And that's gonna raise the price. That value is gonna be flipped around. So more people come in, and it's a positive feedback loop. It's very cool, to be honest. Because digital stuff is like, there's no limit. Like, we can do more. We can do more services. We can do more value. We can create positive feedback loops using automation. And this is basically the idea behind money out of nothing. And it's already been in place a very, very long time. It's just that now we're making it mainstream generating value. Because it just produces more awesomeness in the world. That's why we have cool cars, cool computers, cool everything. It's because we can create stuff out of nothing. Out of nothing, right? It is genius. It is genius. Yeah. So have an awesome day. whaleshares. I'm gonna upload this video to whaleshares, right? Have a great day, everyone. Bye.